Gotcha, gotcha. All right, we're good. Let me know. Oh, hello, everybody. This is session 22 of Campaign 4, Satyr Days. Um, this is our downtime episode. We had a week of downtime, and we figured out some stuff that we wanted to do and had some roleplay elements happen. Starting off with Durian. Last we saw him, he gave his dad's book to Commander Hopkins, which is Kevin Hopkins. He's a half-orc, and he works with the ATK, and he had some history in decoding. Durian's book that his father had was very horrible handwriting. It was written in Orcish dialects, and Kevin had the best chance of getting it right. So throughout this downtime, Kevin has spent some, he's been trying to decode it and presents Durin with some information about, uh, what was in the book. And loosely, we find out that it speaks of an oath that Durin's father took that gave him great power, and he did not fulfill his oath. It's the same oath that was taken by his father and his father before him for many generations. And that same power that his father has gotten is now enduring as well, explaining the spectral ghosts of his ancestors coming to help him during a fight. Um, this power speaks as coming from a powerful warrior, a dragon watcher, if you will, and he cared for one of Durian's ancestors and raised him like a son. That son's name was Dismas, and he was murdered in an act of irrational hatred. It was a very sad scene, I imagine. The Dragon Watcher's name was Reynold, and his love for Dismas was the starting point for what Reynold would achieve in his lifetime. Most knowledge of what he actually did, however, not many know. It's been lost to time, but it was known that he was an important figure in the dragon world and their politics. He also fought a ancient terrible terror called Bedrieger. In doing so, he changed the course of the world that they live in today. He also helped Lunar, who is now the moon and was the light for many centuries until Sugarfleece came back around, ascend to power. And so this bloodline going back generations is dedicated to restoring the name of Reynald, to finding the tomb of the Dragon Watcher, to create a shrine so that he may join his rightful place in the pantheon. If that'll ever happen, I guess we'll have to see. Peter, with his halfling connections and his shady nature, is visited by his halfling friends from the Feywild. Previously, we thought about going and finding them and taking refuge when we were in the Feywild, but we did not want to lead Lady Jude to their encampments because they're a delicacy there. But they visited him instead, and they gave him a gift and a request. They gave him a ring called the Ring of Short Notice, lets him summon some of them to help in a fight. Don't worry if they die, they just go back. They don't get killed. But they want to try and find a place to stay, a source, a place of imaginal power to call their own. Desperado does some information gathering about Durian's family since he helped him find his brother Silverado, who was absent-minded and had some memory issues in the Feywild. Some Gwynishry loyalists, they're loyal to the good Elven Queen instead of Lady Jude. They're kind of opposites there. And they tell him of a bean garden, coffee beans, that is guarded with archers on the walls to keep undead creatures, their brethren, from escaping from inside the bean garden. Walls around, you understand. And uh, they keep on the walls. They uh, keep them inside. Then Desperado asks if there's any way to get inside, and as long as he keeps distance from the walls, they won't fire upon him. He gets some of the ATK soldiers drunk, and he learns of their goals. They stay garrisoned at the locations, looking for opportunistic strikes, places to go and get power, and to take control of uncovered sources that were revealed from the mountain that currently have nobody contesting them. Though everyone's not really happy because Commander Krim, who's high up in the pecking order of the military, is just his command is lacking. He keeps sending people to places that they can take but cannot hold. They don't have enough manpower. And Edward, oh boy, does Edward have a night. He On a full moon, Edward the werewolf is forcibly transformed and he goes on a tear. Blood, heat, and iron in his eyes flashes when he's, dreaming, and he wakes up in a forest with like a couple dead people next to him. Could be four, could be five, it's really dark, there's blood everywhere. It's kind of hard to tell. Um, he is woken up by an applause from the tree line. And this person is applauding is relishing in the fear and terror that he has caused. Edward, he recognizes this guy. Um, because of his work and what he's done, he was given a boon or frightfulness when he transforms, but he keeps arguing with the guy because he does not like him. He pleads for him to leave. The figure does him a solid, and cleans up the mess so nothing can be, traced back to him. And he wishes his craze will take him even further beyond. Doing the smart main character thing, he does not keep it to himself, and he does let us know his party, his group, in a room at the Black Onyx and tells us this tale. He was in a village. He lost his family and he was banished. He made a deal with an archfey that gave him the curse of being a lycanthrope, a werewolf. And he was from a long, long time ago, but not before Reynold the Dragon Watcher. So unfortunately, there's no overlap where we could learn more about the Dragon Watcher. The guy that gave him this curse, his name is Hyrome. He's an archfey, and he's from Lady Jude's court. After everyone had their respective, generally okay counters, except for Edward, they reconvene with Commander Hopkins and they talk about what they want to do next. Hopkins brings up that there's soldiers sent by Krim to take land, and as I said before, they can't hold it. They're dying by the dozens. Desperado wants to go to the Bean Garden and see uh, what's going on there because there's Squinistry loyalists, people that are nice, and there's an ATK camp nearby that Kevin can also go to and see what's going on there. I figured we could do the both on the road there. Kevin also reveals that there's soldiers being sent to a crater beneath the mountain on the next full moon, the next 10 day, giving us a timeline that we have to stick to if we want to investigate what's going on there. Uh, Before they leave, Durin gets some last minute information on Reynold from Sokel, the cleric of Therazesis that we're cool with, and finds out that the Order of the Horde, which is laid to Reynold the Dragon Watcher, is on Mount Sugarfleas, which is a couple days west of Riverside, and gives us at least Mount Sagatha. Um, sorry, not Sugarfleas. Sun, different dragon. There's a lot of them, and they go on and head on out. Do keep a note that alongside the magic item that Peter got, Durian also got a very nice axe from Kevin that has some properties when things are bloodied. They encounter a fight on the road from dire hounds from Lady Jude that we've fought a few times before, and we effectively kill them, and there's an incredible fireball from Peter through the trees on an @20 perception check to actually aim it correctly, and Edward and Durian chase the remaining ones off and actually kill the slowest one before the rest got away. We learn that sometimes these dogs are given as gifts, and the session ends there. Thank you for the recap on the downtime session. I'll see you guys next time.